Price line. In this tutorial, you will learn how to obtain the price line. Good Y is measured along the Y axis and good X along the X axis. The price line is a straight line curve. In drawing the price line, we have to make a few assumptions. They are: the income of the consumer is given. It is 100 rupees. He consumes two goods, good X and good Y. Prices of the two goods are given. Price of good X is rupees 20 and that of good Y is 5. Consumer spends his entire income on these goods. Amount spent on good Y plus amount spent on good X is equal to the income of the consumer. Algebraically, it can be stated as Py into Qy plus Px into Qx is equal to I. You must understand it is a straight line equation in the general form. By substituting Py equal to 5 and Px equal to 20, the equation becomes 5Qy plus 20Qx is equal to 100. We have to find the two coordinates of minimum 2 points to obtain the straight line curve, that is price line. Suppose the consumer buys nothing of good X and he buys only good Y. Then he will buy 20 units of good Y. So 0, 20 is one of the points on the price line. Let us name it as point A. His combination consists of 0 unit of good X and 20 units of good Y. It means he has only good Y. Suppose the consumer consumes nothing of good Y and he consumes only good X. Then he will consume 5 units of good X. So 50 is another point on the price line. Let us name it as point B. At point B, his combination consists of 5 units of good X and 0 unit of good Y. If the consumer is at point B, he has only good X and nothing of Y. A and B are the 2 points on the price line. By joining these 2 points with the help of a straight line, we get the price line AB. Let us now examine the significance of the price line. The consumer can buy any combination on the price line. When he buys a combination that lies on the price line, it will exhaust his entire income. For example, take combination H. It lies on the price line. It represents 2 units of good X and 12 units of good Y. It exhausts his entire income. He spends 60 rupees on good Y and 40 rupees on good X. Totally he spends 100 rupees. His income is also 100 rupees. That is why he always prefers a combination on the price line. Though he can buy a combination that lies inside the triangle AOB, he won't buy. Take point G. It consists of 12 units of Y and 1 unit of good X. The consumer spends 80 rupees on both the goods, whereas his income is rupees 100. Take any combination in this region for that matter, they will not exhaust his income. Hence, the consumer will not prefer them. He will prefer only those combinations that lie on the price line. The consumer cannot buy any combination that lies to the right of the price line. Combinations in this region are beyond the reach of the consumer. Consumer's income is not sufficient enough to buy them. Take combination K. It is to the right of the price line. It consists of 3 units of good X and 12 units of good Y. The consumer's income is 100 rupees, but the cost of the combination is 120 rupees. So the consumer cannot buy it. The thing that you have to understand is the consumer will always buy only a combination that lies on the price line.